All right, today we're jumping into a new property that's been making some waves over in the east of Singapore. We're talking about Pinery Residences in Tampines. Let's break it down. So, you might be wondering, what's all the buzz about? Is this just another condo popping up? Or could it actually become a new landmark for a place like Tampines? That's what we're here to figure out.
Here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll look at what this project is all about. Then, we'll check out the connectivity, how you get around. After that, we'll paint a picture of what life is like there, and finally, we'll look at it from an investor's point of view.
Okay, let's get right into it. Part 1, what exactly is Pinery Residences at its core?
So, right off the bat, you need to know this isn't your standard apartment building. It's what's called a mixed-use development, and that's a really big deal. It basically means you'll have shops, cafes, maybe even a small grocery store right downstairs. It's all about that built-in convenience.
And we're not talking about a tiny project either. We're looking at around 588 homes. So it's going to be a pretty sizable community, a really significant addition to the neighborhood.
Now here's a super important detail for any property here in Singapore, the tenure. Pinery Residences is a 99-year leasehold. That's pretty standard, but it's a critical fact you've got to keep in mind if you're thinking of buying.
You know, this all really feeds into that live, work, play idea that we see so much these days. The goal is to create this little ecosystem where you can grab a coffee or get dinner without even having to leave your own building.
But look, convenience inside the development is one thing. How you get to the rest of Singapore, well, that's just as important. So let's talk about connectivity and convenience.
Okay, this is probably one of the biggest selling points. It's right near the Tampines West MRT Station, which is on the downtown line. And that is a huge plus. It means you get a direct one-train ride to major spots like Bugis, Newton, and even the Expo. No changing lines, just hop on and go.
So what does that actually mean for you day to day? Well, it means the city is literally just one ride away. If you're commuting to work, that convenience can save you a ton of time and hassle every single day.
And hey, they haven't forgotten about drivers either. The location makes it super easy to get onto two of our main highways, the PIE and the TPE. So getting around the island by car should be pretty straightforward.
All right, so we've established it's well-connected. But what would it actually feel like to live there? For this next part, let's explore the lifestyle and all the great stuff in the Tampines area.
It looks like they're trying to cater to a lot of different people. You've got your 2-bedroom units, which are usually a hit with young couples or investors. Then it scales all the way up to 3, 4, and even 5-bedroom options for families that need a bit more space.
Now, a massive benefit of being in what we call a mature estate like Tampines is that everything is already built. You're just a stone's throw away from the big 3 malls, Tampines Mall, Century Square, and Tampines One. And that's not even mentioning the giant Our Tampines hub. And for families, this is always a huge factor. Schools. The area's got a number of well-known schools like St. Hilda's Primary, and for older kids, you've got Temasek Polytechnic right nearby too.
So what about your weekends? Well, you've got some great options. There's the beautiful Bedok Reservoir Park for a run or a walk, plus all the amazing community sports facilities over at Our Tampines Hub.
Okay, we've covered the lifestyle. Now, for our last section, let's switch gears. Let's put on our investor hats and take a really honest look at the numbers and the potential here. You know, every investment has its pros and cons. On the plus side, the strengths are pretty clear. That MRT access is fantastic, the mixed-use concept is a huge draw, and it's close to Changi Business Park. But, on the other hand, you have to consider the 99-year lease, the competition from other condos in the area, and of course, what that final price tag will be.
Speaking of price, what's the word on the street? Well, nothing is set in stone yet, but the market is whispering a range of about $2,000 to $2,300 per square foot. That's the number everyone is going to be watching.
So if you're thinking this might be for you, here are the dates to keep in mind. The show flat preview is expected sometime in 2026, and the whole project should be finished and ready for move-in, or what we call TOP, around 2029 or 2030.
So if you boil it all down, what's the big idea here for an investor? It's really a bet on convenience. You're betting that people will pay a premium for that integrated, all-in-one lifestyle, right in the heart of a well-established neighborhood.
All right, let's do a quick recap. What are the key things to remember? Number 1, it's a mixed-use project, so convenience is built right in. 2, the downtown line access is a major connectivity win. 3, it's in a mature estate, so shops, food, and schools are all there. And 4, it seems to have something for everyone, from families to investors who love the East.
And that kind of leaves us with a bigger question to think about, doesn't it? As our cities get denser, is this self-contained, all-in-one way of living, where everything you need is in one spot, is that really the future? It's definitely something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.